Hi, Phil Aston here from Now Spinning Magazine with a look at some half-speed remasters from the Demon Music Group. So I've just got a little selection of these, and I have featured one recently. Over the last couple of years I've become a firm fan of Frank Black and the Catholics, or Frank Black, or Black Francis, and I just love his stuff. And I've got the vinyl box set with all the Frank Black studio albums in, which I've reviewed already, and that's not that long ago. And so when I had a chance to get this, I was very interested to know what it would sound like. Now, the sound was light and day, even though the clear vinyl version sounded great. And remember, Frank Black albums, they're usually recorded live onto 2-track. We're not talking about lots of months and months of spent on mixing 64 tracks on this stuff. It's just live. But nevertheless, I could tell the real difference between these half-speed remasters and the other albums. So I had a chance of looking at other ones in the series, and so I looked at, and the reason why I chose them, I've gone for Kirsty MacCall, and I'd recently reviewed the Kirsty MacCall box set, who's See That Girl, which I really liked. Great set. I mean, look up the review on that. So I thought I'd look at those, and also Belinda Carlisle as well, for one of her lesser known albums to me, but absolutely fantastic musicianship. Some really good rock stuff on there as well. And the Average White Band, which is an album I really love. So before I tell you what I think of them, I'm going to show you the actual packages themselves. So here they are. So this is looking at a series of half-speed master vinyl releases on Demon Records. I featured one, as I said earlier, with Frank Black and the Catholics, which was really impressive and like light and day compared with even their recent vinyl pressing from literally 2 years previously. But this is a new set, which I'm going to show you now. The first one I want to show you is the Average White Band, which is a 1974 album. It's the 50th anniversary, half-speed master edition. It was a #1 album. Pick up the pieces with the single, You Got It, Nothing You Can Do. I was at school when this came out. Yes, I am that kind of vintage, and it's lovely to have a copy of this on vinyl. All of these albums come in polyline sleeves, which, as you know, was one of the campaigns that Now Spinning Magazine had and still does champion. To see these instead of the hard kind of card sleeves we get sometimes with new vinyl. The vinyl itself sounds fantastic, but I'll talk more about that when I do my summary. And each of these records comes with a 4-page fold-out sheet, album size, so a bit of memorabilia, and then you've got some pictures and the lyrics to the songs as well, and the credits on the back. So that's the first one, which is Average White Band. I will, as this is the first one I'm showing you, talk about the fact that the album's been newly remastered, expertly cut using Transfer's original tapes, precision half-speed mastering and air mastering, and in fact I'll talk about that in more detail in a moment. So that's the first one, and then I've got two from Kirsty MacCall. I recently did her box set, as you saw at the start of this video, and so it was great to have a chance to get two of her most famous albums on vinyl as well. So these are half-speed masters. All of the ones I'm showing you today are. This is her third studio album, recorded at Electric Ladyland, although of course the album's called Landlady. And again, polyline sleeve, and they all come with the little 4-sheet booklet, lots of photographs, and all the lyrics are included. Great pressing. So that's the first one of those. The next one is Kite, which was produced by Steve Willywhite, who was her boyfriend, husband at the time. And this is again, as I say, half-speed master. Really well put together. And again, polyline sleeve. There you go. And the 4-sheet booklet, which has all the lyrics inside. I think this is a great touch. These are about £30 each, and I think that price is absolutely fine. And the last one in this series which is probably my favourite, is Belinda Carlisle and Live Your Life, Be Free. This is just superb. I've got this on CD, but this sounds just amazing. Again, polylined sleeve, great vinyl, and booklet with some nice photographs and all the lyrics and a picture of Belinda on the back there. So that's the recent, or a set. There were many of these are just the ones that I've got. Half-Speed Masters from the Demon Music Group, absolutely fabulous. So that's a nice touch, isn't it? All in polyline sleeves, album size pull-outs that fold out with all the lyrics and, you know, the credits and everything. And so what do they sound like? Bearing in mind that I said the Frank Black one sounded fantastic, and that was basically just recorded live, direct onto tape. They sound absolutely marvellous. This is from, 1992, this Kirsty MacCall one. Not one that went down that well with a lot of her fans, but I just think it sounds great. I became a fan after getting the box set. Absolutely love that. I probably prefer this one. It's got the edge over it, produced by Lily White even, and also features Johnny Marr on guitar and some good stuff. But it's the next two that really set it apart. I've always been a fan of Belinda Carlisle. I've got a box set with all her CDs in, and obviously Heaven on Earth, and you know, and that first album, it's got some great rock guitar on it, fantastic production. And this one, which is a later one from 1991, is just as good. Live Your Life, Be Free, great guitars on it. See, I'm mentioning guitars because it's the way that her voice floats on top of this, the pure angelic voice, and really, you could say almost overproduced vocal technique, but it just works so well in the space between the instruments. It sounds great. It really, really does. And I know that when I posted this, that I was listening to this on the Facebook, Now Spinning Facebook group, a lot of people said it was one of their favourite albums by Belinda Carlisle. And I haven't heard any other version, apart from my CD version, but this sounds fantastic. Which brings this one coming up the rear, if you like, from 1974. This has always been a favourite album of mine, from 1974, as I've just said. But it's interesting, my journey to this, because I was listening to Slade and T-Rex and Roxy Music and Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath. And this was like funk, soul music. And completely not really what I would generally have thought I would have liked. But even then, as a teenager, a friend's older brother kept playing it when I went round to his house after school. I just loved the song. Obviously, Pick Up the Pieces on here. 3 minutes 58 seconds are all it is, but it was so well produced that it wasn't like the normal stuff that kind of the kids at school were kind of listening to. Are you into rock music or into soul music? Obviously now I'm into both. But kind of like a lot of soul then was kind of, you know, about getting you on the dance floor. And obviously this was as well. But there's the musicianship on this, the band, the keyboards, the guitar playing, the drums. And it still is one of my firm favourites. I've got a box set of all of Average White Band's albums in a CD box set, and a new one's just come out, which I'm hoping to get soon as well. I've got the earlier one, but this sounds fantastic. First released in 1974. It's 50 years old, and when you play it, it sounds like it's released in 2024. It's absolutely incredible. It was well produced anyway, but these are great. These Half-Speed remasters are great. So that's a bundle of them I've got now, and they're about 29, 30 quid. And I think, reach out to the ones that you really like. It's the way forward. And they come in polyline sleeves. The Now Spinning magazine campaign for these. It makes a difference. Why should I have to buy one myself? It comes with it. It's well put together. All the details about what, the Half-Speed remaster and what it means. It's all there and it sounds great. So there you go. Average White Band I would recommend, and Belinda Carlisle. But if you're into, if you're into vinyl records, as you know, I cover all formats here: CD, vinyl, etc. But if you are a vinyl fan, then check these out. This is on the Demon Music Group, and they sound wonderful. So thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting me as well by becoming a patron or YouTube member, or even just making a donation via Ko-fi. Remember, music is the healer and the doctor. Stay safe, keep spinning those discs, and I shall see you all very, very soon.